Here, don't believe any of those ransom notes that I've been kidnapped. I'm alive and well. Hi everybody. Look, just a heads up for you guys. Our internet is off here, so I am live because of my cell phone. It's a hotspot, and seems to be working well. So if there's any issues in quality or whatever, that could be it. Again, I'm not a technical guy. You should know that if you've been here a while. But for February the 7th, Wednesday, 2024, I'm here doing what I do, following what I'm following, and hopefully you guys will get richer today because that's what we like to do around this place, make money in this market. Congratulations to those of you who were taking advantage of this Rocket Lab story for the last several days and who are still taking advantage of it now. The shares are at 430 now. They were at what, 390.95, I guess, on Thursday, and then Thursday, Friday they were in that 395.4 level. Monday 4 to 402, 405. Yesterday 416. 420. Here we are at 430 pre-market. We've been at the 431 already. At 430, 431. The deal is done. The $355 million deal that the company was doing the financing, it's done. It's closed. It's been announced by the corporation as a done deal, fully subscribed. The way I love the way they structured this thing and the way it closed out. They were going to raise $275 million. And then offered the brokers an option to buy 15% more, hoping they would clear $275 million. Then they upped it to $300 million because of requests from the underwriter, with a broker upgrade for $55 million more. It came out at $355, all subscribed, all done, and the company is netting out $300 million after the cost of the issue and the cost of their call option, their capped call structure. So Rocket Lab has $300 million additional cash in its bank account right now, plus 150 they're sitting on, I guess. $450 million in cash, $40 million in debt that they're going to knock off. It's a nothing burger. They're in good shape. Now, what can they do with that money? A lot. They could. I was wondering about this the other day. Would they consider taking over Spire? SPIR. I mean, that was a SPAC that was done for a satellite management company, a company that handles satellites that are in orbit. I can't explain this company very easily. You can read the description yourself. But the market cap value of Spire is $150 million. If they offered $250 million, would they become part of Rocket Lab? Could that be just a stock deal though? In other words, Spire shareholders become Rocket Lab shareholders, which is very well funded Rocket Lab. Spire is about to go cash flow positive. That is a fact. I don't know if Spire would want to do that. I can't say. This just occurred to me like last night. I thought, what if Rocket Lab would just buy Spire? They're working for, like, they're together doing business together now. I mean, Rocket Lab launches satellites for Spire. I don't know, vertical integration. Just a guy asking people a question on a computer. Anyway, what else can Rocket Lab do? Well, they could be buying other smaller companies that might be private companies that we've never heard of in the rocket building business, engine makers. I don't know. I'm just I'm spitballing with you. They've got, of course, now the capability to expand their production facilities. They have cash now to grow their ability to more quickly create rockets and satellites to fulfill their orders, which are keep coming in and keep backing up their order book. So in other words, they're going to become bigger. And that means, profits, bigger profits, larger company. Where we go. Where is the stock going to go? There's what many of you are asking me, I'm sure. Look, 431 right now. Today we could be 450, 460. We could be there. just on a little run up. The lid is off the stock now. It looks like it was lifted yesterday morning when it became obvious that the deal was oversubscribed and they were just finishing the paperwork. Well, the paperwork is done. It's all filed. The lid is off the stock. We can go, quote, back to 5 to 550. We can go back there now. That's where we came from before this deal was announced. So 550 range in the next 2 or 3 days. Next week and a half, 2 weeks. Happy people, I would say. Those of you who've written $4 put contracts, 450s and 5s and 550s and 6s, whichever put contracts you created out there, and you can still write them this morning. There's no reason to not write put contracts now. Definitely, if you haven't written them, get them done. You're going to see those put premiums shrink to zero, or let's put it this way. Puts that are going out to 2026 will easily lose half their value in the 4, 5, 6 neighborhood, easily. The 2025 expiry puts, they'll lose half to 3/4. And the puts that expire in the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, they will lose 75+% of their value in this 4, 5, 6 neighborhood, for sure. 8s, 9s, and 10s will also drop, but the reality is a $10 put contract on Rocket Lab is in the money, $5.70. How much are you getting for it? $6? You're just gambling on the movement of the stock only. If you're writing one of those put contracts, you've got no premium to really win off of. However, you write a $5 cash secured put that's 70 cents out of the money, right? Or 70 cents in the money, pardon me, at 430. And you get a $1.60 for it or something like that. There's 90 cents of loss, time loss coming your way. Okay. On top of the book value loss. So a nice gain can be held there. Okay, can be had there. Okay. It's all right. Notice this morning, if you're watching the pre-market on Rocket Lab, I'm showing volume of like 58,000 shares. Is that about right? Again, I don't have internet, through my router. I'm doing it through my phone. So far, it's miraculous how good the internet is. Right now, like how really good my signal is. So again, I don't know what's going on. 42,692 traded according to CNBC's pre-market market indicator. 430 last trade, up 4 cents. Okay. I'm having fun. Are you having fun out there? I like this game. I like this game. Congratulations also, time to give congratulations. Congratulations to those of you out there who have very kindly not only subscribe to this channel, because the subscriber count is definitely rising here. You become members of this channel. You've bought into the program here about what it is we're doing, despite whatever naysayers are out there or doubters about our intentions. This channel is basically specializing in making money writing options. That's what we really talk about here almost all the time, and many of you are beginning to want to be part of that crowd, and you're seeing results on some of my viewers' comments here. You can check them out for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Are they making money or not? Well, if you've been following these people here with me a little while, you can paper trade what they're doing in real life to see if this really is working. How many platforms are there on these cell phones where they let you do paper trading, and you can paper trade options and write options through paper trades. I don't know if every single platform lets you do it, but I'm sure there are a number. And you guys can, you can follow your favorite commentator here, viewer, or a bunch of them, and you can literally, type in or write down on a piece of paper, what day and time someone said something, and then write down what that trade was, execute that trade on your paper account, and keep an eye on that. And you refer to your notes after a few, every day, during the day, next week, whatever. Refer to your notes and go, so-and-so did this. So-and-so said they did that. So-and-so said they did this. Now you'll see a comment from, again, a commentator or one of my viewers, you'll say, oh, they closed out a position. They said they made $3,200 or they made $800 in 2 days or whatever they were claiming to have done. You can now go to your paper trade and see if did that happen? And did this stock do what the stock had to have done to make an option do what an option would do? Because you're taking my class and you're understanding how options work. You can for yourself verify if this is real or not. So you want to believe what I say? Great, I appreciate it. I don't think I'm lying. And confirm it with what folks are doing. And this will give you an idea of, well, Uncle Bruce, I have a certain amount of capital that I'd be willing to try to do option writing with. And that kind of capital will let me do a certain number of contracts. And based on that number of contracts and these kinds of trades that these folks are doing, I can only do 1/10 of what that person said they did, or I can only do about half of what that person said they did. But if I did do that trade with the amount of capital I have, here's how much I would have made. Now you ask yourself, is this worth my while? And therein lies your question, the question you have to ask yourself. If you can write 10 cash secured puts, or you can do 10 credit spread trades, or you can do you can buy deep in the money calls on something and then write poor man covered calls against them. If you've seen people do trades that show you that you would have made $500 profit on that one positional trade, and this trade here you could have made $1,200 or whatever, you're going to ask yourself, is this worth my time, my money, and my anxiety? And should I take Uncle Bruce's classes one at a time at $150 a class as I'm ready to absorb the knowledge, and start writing at the same time, as I'm certain option writing programs really appeal to me. Some do not. That this is normal. You can't do it all, and you can't do everything. And so you'll find your niche, you'll find your comfort zone, you'll find certain viewers here that really are kind of on the level you're at. You're kind of, oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, that's a good trade. I can see that trade making sense. Or no, I wouldn't do that. You'll get there. This is life. And then you'll ask yourself the big question: yeah, I'm in or out. And if you become part of the party, the good news here is that becoming a member of this channel, you're going to be able to converse with these folks during trading time. And by the way, tonight at 7:00 Eastern tonight, Primetime Live with your Uncle Bruce, Gold Bagel members only. You'll be part of that crowd if you join this channel as a Gold Bagel member. And you'll hanging out with those guys, and you'll be hanging out with these folks on the Discord channel. There you go. If you want to get a link to the Discord channel, send me a private email. Join today. Send me a private email, and we'll get you the link so you can head over there. Now you're hanging out with these guys all the time, not just when I'm on the air. That's where a lot of ideas are shared. Welcome to the option writing kind of club here. I'm just your host. I don't trade myself. There's people out there who've criticized me for years saying, oh, he doesn't even trade. Why should I even listen to this guy? He doesn't even trade this stuff. Well, there's a good reason for that. I don't have a conflict of interest with your upside. I'm not against you. I'm not trading ahead of you. I'm not trying to front run you. I'm not trying to tell you to buy a stock that I already bought. The old pump and dump nonsense. I don't do any trades. I don't write options. I'm here as a commentator to educate you and make you a smarter, better trader. And I get paid many ways. I get paid many ways. I get paid from YouTube advertising. Not that I get a lot of that, because there aren't zillions of you watching here. It's a select audience, I'll tell you that. But it's about memberships. If you become a member of this channel, you're helping me stay on the air. If you're taking my classes, I'm motivated. I'm being paid for these classes that I put together. And if I can help you understand them better and execute better, you'll take all the classes. I mean, I'm motivated that you watch every class I ever make. And I'm motivated that you might want to have a one-on-one consultation with me as well, so that I can help you figure out where you're at and get you back on course if you're drifting off course, or you're just having issues with something. Great. Okay. So I'm motivated that you're successful. I love the fact that some of you score a lovely little trade, and then you say to me, I just sent you a little PayPal donation because I just appreciate you so much. I thank you. Those of you who send me private emails and you're asking me, what should I do with this trade? What do you think of that trade, this trade? And, we kibitz back and forth, and you guys make your moves and they work out. I know you'll take care of Uncle Bruce in the end with a donation here and there. I know it, because that's the kind of viewers you are. And hey, very successful viewers never leave this channel. They're here all the time, and they love their host. And there you go. So that's how it works for me. I make you richer, we get richer. It's there's no secret to it. All right. Okay. Now, Rocket Lab 430 right now, 60,000 roughly traded according to Market Watch. CNBC says 46,000 traded at 430, but bottom line is it's up a little more this morning, and the deal is a done deal. The $355 million deal has been completed. I can tell you right now that if you go to CNBC and look at their quote on Rocket Lab and then scroll down to the bottom where all the news is, there is no news there about the done deal. It's that pathetic. There's more paid advertising below, where people are using CNBC as a place to sound legitimate with opinions on Rocket Lab, and they are paying to play down there. And it's a turnoff, to say the least. I like looking at the press releases from the company, or I like looking at SEC filings where you can't spin it and lie. You better be accurate, or you're in big trouble with lawyers. So there you go. Just my thought. So fair enough. Thank you. Those of you out there, congratulations, like I said, about those of you who have been taking and buying up these classes and wanting to take them. If any of you are having problems with your links, where you made a payment to PayPal to get a class, and then you come back to watch the class and you can't find the link, you are offered a link to the class once you make your payment. But if you don't click on it and save it, you've lost it. Send me a private email. It's okay. Don't worry. Send me a private email. Your payment is always on file, so I know whether you bought class number 6 or not. And just let me know, Bruce, I lost my link to class number whatever. Would you mind sending me that link? I bought this class like 3 days ago, or on January the 6th, I bought this class. Can you verify that and send me the link? I'll get you set up. Then I'll do it through an email, and now you always got the link. You can rewatch the class all you want. So all 17 classes are available individually whenever you want them. You can watch them as many times as you want and refresh your memory on what we talked about in class lesson number 2 and lesson number 6 and lesson number 9 and 13 and so on and so on and so on. And welcome to the party, pal. Many of you here have been earning while you're learning. And again, congratulations to all of you. You've invested in yourself. You've invested in your future. You've invested in another way of investing in this market. But you've realized, you know what, this option writing thing, this requires a bit of effort, a little education. And you know what? Education isn't a bad thing. Learning about your opponent in the option market, understanding the psychology of the market through options is an incredibly smart thing to do. It is a very wise thing to do. Learning how to be a better buyer of contracts and a smarter seller of contracts. In other words, learning stink bids and stink offers and all the other subtleties around it will likely reward you with tens of thousands of dollars over the next few years as each one of your trades becomes a better trade. So many of you have found it frustrating, where you try to write a contract and buy back a contract, and you're giving away too much on either side of the trade to the market quote, rather than you taking control of the market. You're letting the market control you. And these one-on-one sessions I have with you folks really has helped people settle down to, you know, maximize returns when you write a call and minimize cash outlays when you buy a call or a put back. And the difference can be as little as like it's 10 cents on each side, or it's 5 cents on each side. It doesn't sound like a lot of money, but a 10-cent move on a contract is $10. And 10 at a time is $100. And if I can get you 100 more every time you write 10 calls, and save you 100 every time you buy them back, that's $200 a turnaround. And if you're doing 4 turnarounds a month, that's $800. I charge $400 for 1 hour of my time. My classes are $150 a piece. $800? Yeah, that's 5 classes right there. Just learning how to be a better buyer and seller of anything, let alone just contracts. This is the market as a whole. It's in everything you do. Again, if you really want to be successful in this market, you are looking for places to get the knowledge. And there are critics out there who criticize what I do, who will say, well, you know, what he talks about, you can Google a lot of this stuff. And they're right. But you're now trying to figure out the legitimacy of the Googler. What are you reading, and where are you reading it from, and how old is it? Was this written by, you know, someone 20 years ago? You may find some snippets of info you want, but you'll find a lot of gobbledygook you don't want. Anyway, if you're coming here and you're hanging out with me, you're going to learn how to write options. That's the point. You're going to learn how to write option contracts, credit spreads, poor man covered calls, cash secured puts, call, all kinds of puts, calls, everything. And I'm not going to get into a zillion little very complicated structural transactions that the quant computing community lives for. And that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help average people, you know, like I consider myself average people understand a very complex market in a very simple way, and where you can pinpoint your spot to steal money legally from all kinds of stupid people. That's all it is. I'm just trying to make you smarter than the rest of the market, and where you, with common sense, with just common sense and plain English, you will learn how to write options and go, I'm going to take money from this trade right here. This trade right here, I'm going to write these contracts for $5. I'm going to buy them back for $2.25. Thank you very much. The other $2.25, the rest of you fight over that. I'm taking the lion's share of this trade. Thank you very much. And I'm trying to get as many of you as possible to the point where you can quit your day job and say, you know what, Bruce, I make more money hanging out with you every day and doing this than I could ever do making a living. I don't even know why I'd bother going to work. It's pointless going to work. I can make way more money doing this. And you know what, Bruce? There are holidays all year round for the markets. There are weekends off. I don't get called by my boss into his office with an hour to go and telling me I got to stay 3 more hours tonight. I never get this crap. This is great. And as a matter of fact, I want to work for myself and learn how to be a better option writer. I hate my job, and I don't want to work for the firm I'm working for. I really don't like it there. For some of you, it's been a shocker where you like your jobs. You've always liked your job. You liked your coworkers and you enjoyed the atmosphere of the office or the work environment that you're in. Some of you are independent type contractor type employees, and it's been fine. But then something happened, and you found me. I don't know how, but you found me, and you became an option writer on the side. Just try it, and it's kind of working. And I'll try it a little more, and you're getting more into it, and then you're realizing, hey, I always win writing options. I almost always lose when I chase a hot stock. Why don't I just win all the time and reorganize my account, my assets here. I've got some mutual funds, some ETFs. I've got some stock, like 12 shares of this and 28 shares of that. And I got thousands of dollars scattered all over the place doing no good. Why don't I just consolidate my account into a powerful, a nice little powerful option writing account where it's all cash. I've turned it into nothing but money, and I'm writing cash secured puts. I don't even have to own stock to write options with Bruce. I don't have to worry about buying Tesla shares to write Tesla contracts. I don't have to own NVIDIA to write contracts on NVIDIA. And yet I want to write on NVIDIA because I feel the shares will keep going higher, or they've topped out, they're going to start going lower. I want to take advantage of what I think is going to happen, but I don't want to expose myself to limitless losses where I buy these shares and they drop 50% and I'm just getting wiped out. These option trading methods that Bruce talks about, I'm limiting my exposure, and yet I don't need to own any stock to write options. I never thought that was possible. I always thought you had to be a shareholder to be able to write contracts. I didn't know you didn't need to be a shareholder. Welcome to the party, pal. If you want to become part of this group and take advantage of these option traders who are gamblers extraordinaire. I mean, there are folks out there making stupid trades, like really crazy trades. And they're being encouraged to trade through these apps, all of these online apps, these platforms. They make it so easy to get into the option market. But so many people out there don't know what they're doing. They're in a sense, buying lottery tickets to try to score a deal where they buy an option for $2 and hope it goes to $6 today. I have bad news for people like that. Sooner or later, and sooner rather than later, you're going to lose a lot of money. As a writer, you are really hedging your bets. You're doing what hedge funds do. And that's what I'm turning you guys into. Individual, miniature, stay-at-home hedge funds that don't have to stay at home. You can take your phone wherever you want, and you can trade wherever you go. And if you decide you're going to go skiing for the week in Colorado, you want to fly over there and go skiing, you're going to go. And you got your phone with you. And at the end of the run, you're in the internet zone. Open up your phone, see how you're doing. You might be trading contracts while you're going up the ski lift. I have no idea if the Wi-Fi is working there. You got to check that out. For those of you who are, always want to go on a European vacation, this business of writing options has taken people to a level they've never thought before. And one of them is, they've said to me, we used to always take like a 10-day, 2-week trip to Europe whenever we could, every few years. You're allowing us to go to Europe for 2 months, 3 months, 4 countries, 3 countries, 8 countries, whirlwind tour. We're staying in Italy for the whole time. It doesn't matter because we're taking our account with us. It's on the phone. Our market just opens in the afternoon and closes in the evening. It's just a time change thing. But in the mornings, we're watching the sunrise and having our coffee and a little bit of a bruschetta or whatever we're having, whatever you like to eat. And we're relaxing, and we are where we want to be, doing what we want to be doing. But we're not in a hurry to get back home in 2 weeks. We don't have a job to go back to. We don't need to go back to the office. Screw that. We're here for months. We're not staying in hotels at $300 a night. We've rented an apartment in wherever near Lake Como for X amount of dollars a month, which is half the price of a hotel because it's a monthly rental. And we shop at the local bakery and the local butcher and the local. This is how we live. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. You've changed our lives. It's up to you if you want to really make a change. Look, all you want is to make a few bucks to take care of some real bad bills that you want to kind of come. I get it. Option writing can help you exactly in the position you're in. You can keep going back to your cubicle at work. You can hang out with those nasty people at the office or wonderful people at the office. You're going to hang out with all your relatives, love them or hate them. Those darn kids of yours, they're just not leaving the house yet because they're only 8. I get it. When are they going to grow up? I get it. Whatever position you're in. And if somehow you can add income into the household through option writing, I'm a happy guy for you. I'm a very happy guy, and I'm thrilled that I'm able to, in whatever way, assist in making you a better market winner. Okay, so welcome to the miniature hedge fund business. You're becoming an institutional trader in your own right, but you don't have to worry about all the regulations of the SEC, because I think it's something like you have to be at least 50 million or larger to be registered as a dealer. So the first 50 million in trading you do every day, no regulations from the SEC to bother with. Just make your money and let's go from there. Okay, so let's just top out at 49.99 million and we won't have any issues. Okay, great. Lame Duck was number 2 on the thumbs up meter today. Welcome, Lame Duck. Richard Carlin was here as number 3. Thank you. Rocket Lab just issued an 8K with the details of their completed senior note offering, says Johnny Mac. Thanks, Johnny. I know it, buddy. And he's thumbs up number 4. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you being here today. Become a member of this channel. I'd love to have you here. Good morning, Uncle Bruce, and all Stock Markets with Brucers. I gave you a thumbs up. Number 7, I believe. Thank you, Robert. As always, Susan Shops, number 11, comical name. I think I'm at least the 10th thumbs up. John Biscuit, 23andMe reports tonight, by the way. And it went up 11% yesterday. Kind of interesting. It is, isn't it? There's something brewing there. Why aren't they dead? They're not dead. There's something, there's some serious money behind these guys. They're not going out. They're not going up. But can't answer the other side. When is it going up? Joel Warner, number 15. Thank you, Joel. Honeybee is here, number 18. Hector's here, number 19. Karin, number 22. Thumbs ups. So thank you for these thumbs ups, guys. The more the merrier. We hit over 200 again yesterday. You guys are awesome. Touchgrass, top of the morning to all of you. Alberto, good morning. Bagel Familia, almost time to fill our pockets again. I'm here, so no delay. Let's make some money. Right on, Alberto. Nice to see you as always. Waverly, hello, hi, and hello, and hi. John Anderson, hi everybody. Alberto, 49 watching. Let's match the thumbs up, Amelia. Waverly, I'm number 29. Yep. Marcus, I'm 36. Mandu, I'm number 39. Parker Ivy, 44, baby. Amy, 45. Good morning. Patman, I love the smell of rocket fuel in the morning. Melvin, number 52. Good morning, Uncle Bruce, and everybody. Robert is laughing. Alberto, they could buy SoFi, They could buy SoFi. Yeah, sure. Just joking. Bobby, it's my dream that Rocket Lab and Spire join up. Wouldn't it be something? I don't know if it fits. That's what I was thinking. I was wondering, Bobby, Rocket Lab, could you buy the Black Sky one? Or not really. I don't know what's going on. Rocket Spire sounding delicious. Bobby, 1,000 Rocket Lab, 200 Spire after the split. Was 1,000 at one time. Alberto, Bobby, that's 12 cover calls. Or 20. DB, good morning, everybody. I haven't been here long, but my knowledge on option writing is definitely growing. Moving slow, and I'm already making money. I wish I found this channel earlier. Thanks, Uncle B. Thanks, DB. I love you. Fun times coming, DB. They just keep coming and coming. Option writers are here a long time. They don't go away. They get here and they never leave. They just never leave. There's a reason for that. They're making money. Parker built up to 100 shares of Rocket Lab, average 418, waiting to buy back the Jan 5 cash secured put until it's on the cheap. Exactly. Just sit tight and watch the show. I'm having fun now, says Patman. Sean, number 64. Thanks for the show, Bruce. Patman, my wife's name is Robin Jeans. I'm serious. Of course, we've been called Patman and Robin forever. You gotta love that. That's awesome. Fantastic. Square. All right. I head over. I'm going to head somewhere into my Ghostbusters video, planning to upload it to introduce a good multiplayer game. Can't wait for the exchange communities for stocks. Right on, Square. Alberto, screenshot Uncle Bruce. Actor Parker, 2025 or 2026 expiring. 2025, says Parker. Let's see. Alberto, Parker, premium plus assignment equals cash. If run up or premium, win. You're going to win. Hector, yes, screenshots, Uncle Bruce. Put the crayon on the desk. I don't know what you're talking about. What am I supposed to screenshot? I forgot. I'm not sure what you're dealing with here. 431 on the Rocket Lab, by the way. Right now, we're 24 minutes away from opening. The Dow's up 56 points. S&P's up 15 points. Nasdaq's up 76. So it's green, going green. We'll see what kind of a run we have here. 49-cent gain on crude oil. Okay. Welcome to the party, everybody. The Nakatomi Tower. We're here having fun in our bare feet, creating all kinds of havoc for those boys, Hans Gruber and his friends. Rocket Lab showing a gain right now of 4 to 5 cents. SoFi's up 7 to 7.87. GameStop plus 4. We got 23andMe right now at 76 cents, up 2.5 this morning. It was up 7 yesterday from 66 to now 76. So that's what's going on there. Spire, it's up 16 this morning at 7.51. Smart Rent up 7 cents right now, 3.10. Apple's up 1.33. Goldman's up $2. Cisco is up 15 cents. Tesla up 4.90. ARK Innovations, the Cathie Woods ETF, up 56 cents to 47.27. Microsoft up 2.25 today. Pfizer's up 5 cents. HBQ up down a couple pennies. Google is the old Alphabet there, up 87 cents. Amazon at 169.50, up 34. Nvidia is up 78 cents this morning, 6.83. Unity is up 61. AI is up 8 to 26.10 now. Adobe up $4.95, $612. The Spiders are up 2. The Qs are up 2.47. Netflix is up 3.25. IBM is up 33 cents. Facebook, Meta Platforms up $2. Vanik Semiconductors, the ETF SMH symbol, up $81 at $193.55. You can write puts and calls on that. Home Depot up 216. Enphase, big gain here, up 271 yesterday, back to 100, now at 117, up 16.84. Welcome back, Enphase. Palantir was up 5.15 yesterday to close at 21.87. It's 21.52 right now, only giving back 36 cents. That's a sign of strength there. Uber, they were up 148 yesterday to hit new highs in this 70 range, 71 range. Right now, 68.59, down $1.87, but only 187 lower. Very interesting. All right. Uber numbers were quite strong. All right, there you go, kids. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. 4:30 on your Rocket Lab. We'll see where things go from here. Thank you all. What else? Parker, Alberto, yes, sir. Hector, Alberto says Hector, whatever. Wait, what's going on here? Credit Savage of Wall Street, good morning. My fellow simpletons and degenerates. Good morning to you, Credit Savage of Wall Street. Nice to see you here. And all of you regulars, it's great to have you here. Oh, yes. Those of you who are newbies, you'll notice that over here, the names of members is in green with an avatar. Non-members, it's just black type only. So if you're a non-member, you've got about 10 more minutes to talk to us, and then we shift over to member-only chat. Please consider becoming a member of this great gang of ours. We'd love to have you in our family. And let's go from there. Alberto, credit, what's up? Are you ready to make money? Cindy B, good morning. I'm number 72 here. Zach, I'm 73. Bobby Atkinson, Alberto with SoFi and Rocket Lab above 10. That's 35 contracts. Beach Boy, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Yes, Bobby, that's part-time job money for sure. Aaron, 75 thumbs ups. Lorraine, good morning. Number 80 thumbs up. Sell my house fast. I'm 81. Giddy up. Alberta, Bobby, that's good money now. Lurker, not a lurker. Good morning, Bagel Familia, Turds, and Simpletons. I'm number 82. Welcome all to the show. Hector Savage, Beach Boy, what's a golden bagler? Always a golden bagler. Savage of Wall Street, Roblex kills earnings. Let's go. Not a lurker. Hey, Savage. Alberto, Dad, how you doing, Daddy? Not a lurker. Beach Boy, Uncle Primo. Joe V, appreciate you and your channel. Currently, I'm a lurker. You definitely what is it? I think he's saying simplify a concept which doesn't need to be simplified. Appreciate the Rocket Lab discovery. Cheers to you. Thank you. We'll keep them coming. Mr. Premium of the Option. Happy Wednesday. Time to fill our pockets. Beach Boy Hector. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it, baby. Alberto, son, you're here. Beach Boy Lemon Pie Primo. Not a lurker. Joe V, there's only one lurker. There's only one lurker. Sign up. $10 a month, and that's a cup of coffee, buddy. Susan Shops. Nobody explains options like Uncle Bruce. And this bagel family is the best, and I love cash secured put, making money, not buying stock. I really like making money, not even owning shares. Nice, not a lurker. Sub and like. Listen to the homeless Canadian. There you go. Not a lurker, Mr. Prima the option, Mr. P-O-T-O, Poto, good morning. Alrighty. Mr. Prima the option, good morning, buddy. Hector, Uncle Bruce, I hope Auntie Jen is having swift results with her physiotherapy. Interesting update on Auntie Jen, my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife. Would you like to see what she looks like? Let me show you a photo of Auntie Jen. She's a hottie. We were out here last year. We go out once in a while when we go shopping and stuff. And this was last year before she had her hip replacement surgery done. But, she likes to kind of, dress comfortably here in the hot desert weather. Typical grocery shopping clothing, head over to Costco and, people stare, what are you going to do? I mean, I can't help it. She's just so darn cute. But she and I go out from time to time, and she holds me up because, I'm on stilts, as you know. I'm only 4'8" tall. So there I am, on my tippy toes here, waddling about. She hangs on to me, but yeah, Jen, she's great. Anyway, yesterday Jen was at her physiotherapist's place, and the physiotherapist has got her in for 2 sessions a week. It's 2 sessions a week, and she was in for yesterday's session, and the physiotherapist said, "You're doing so well. You don't need to come in here twice a week anymore. We're going to have you in just once a week, and this will stretch out your sessions to May, and we're going to do more strengthening exercises the further we go. So for now, just do your home exercises for the rest of the week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. And we'll just do Tuesdays only." And that's how well she's coming along right now. Isn't that great? It's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. She's off her pain medication pretty well. She uses that ice machine now, only about 4 or 5 hours a day. She walks around the house with a cane. It's really good. Uncle Bruce nailed it on the caps, says Lurker. He nailed it. Not a Lurker. There is a strange guy on Reddit. Not a Lurker laugh out talking about Rocket Lab. Klaus says, "Thanks, Bruce, making money on Rocket." There we go. Not a Lurker, prime time tonight. Not a Lurker, Klaus Baum. I know you from somewhere, don't I? Yeah, maybe. Part of the Third Army, maybe. Not a Lurker anymore. Nice to see you all here. Lizzie, I read somewhere a recent Rocket Lab launch was in collaboration with Spire. Yes, they are. Spire is a client of Rocket Lab. It has been for a while. So there's connections there. Not a Lurker's laughing out loud. Larry, good morning, all. Number 116 on the thumbs up meter. Bruce, 14 minutes away from opening for the day. Thank you all so much. This is Loudverk. Good morning, Bruce. I'm really learning something from your vids the last 2 weeks. Question: what do you think about Rocket Lab warrants? Is it true they usually trail what the stock price does? I wouldn't bother with anything to do with Rocket Lab warrants. They're probably way out of the money. Yeah, I wouldn't bother. Just the stock and cash secured puts. Make easy money with easy stuff. Zach, Uncle Bruce, I've been absolutely loving iron condors since taking the class. I did paper trading for a couple of weeks to get the mechanics down, paying for the class in my spider trades, in my 3 spider trades. I love this game. Right on, Zach. Thank you, my friend. Savage, hey, Uncle Bruce, I sold 3 February 16th expiry Tesla 180 cash secured puts for $625, and I'm really sad. Tesla's going up again. I really wanted to get it signed. Oh, come on, man. The stock goes up and the put values go down, and I'm going to buy back for nothing. It's a sad story over there. I'm sorry, Simon. Not a Lurker. Zach, nice. Vladdy Z, thumbs ups. Thank you, Vladdy Z. Alberto, 216 watching. Thumbs, folks. Let's go, baby. Give this guy thumbs ups. Dean, I made it. Not a Lurker. Thumbs up. Not a Lurker. Hey, Dean. Beach Boy, Savage. I feel for you, man. Been crying over SoFi. Cash secured puts myself. It's such a sad story. Dead Legs is here. Uncle B, how do I know if it's better to do a buy right, a poor man cover call, or a bull call spread? How do I know? Can't answer that for 15 seconds, can I? This is something you're going to have to educate yourself on just how these work and how they react. But you really want to be taking these lessons to really understand everything about the option market. If you want to become a poor man cover call writer or a cash secured put writer, it really helps if you started with lesson number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because in those early lessons and those early days that we started talking about all of this, I'm explaining the basics of options from various angles. How option gamblers look at options, how option writers look at options, how institutional traders look at options. You need to get a handle on the big picture. It's kind of like I'm putting you into a drone and I'm going to put you way up in the air and you're going to look down at all these, all the shenanigans going on. Here's all the gamblers over here. Here are the writers over there. There's the traders over there. This is the market all around us that affects all this. You really got to have a handle on the big picture to now break down in your own mind the difference between this and this. There will come a day where you will come to a fork in the road and have to decide, well, should I do a poor man covered call or should I do this? Or what's the best tactic for this option position? Or should I just avoid it altogether and move on to something else? Knowledge is the key, my friend. And, welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. I don't have the answer for you because, again, what do I know? What stock you're talking about? Timing. Values, everything else. But yeah, there you go. Welcome, Savage of Wall Street. Then again, I still have next week. Wife sold 22 Palantir covered calls for May. I think I took in around $3. Look at her go. I'm really just JR at 120 thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Let's make that moolah. Excellent words. Zeros, spiders up. Was it at ATH? In pre-market, as spiders are up in the pre-market. Alberto, Savage and Beachy, that's Tesla for you. Savage Wall Street Beach, I'm crying, man, wiping my tears away with $100 bills. Yes. Taking my kids to the Ritz-Carlton for the weekend and flying to Waikiki for 2 weeks at a time. It's sad. It's so sad. These option gamblers make me all this money. Rocket Lab 433 right now, going up again. Okay, we're 9 minutes away from opening here. I gotta shift the chat over to member only. Again, I cannot emphasize enough how I appreciate you all being here. It's great that you're here. Welcome to the party, pal. We're trying to make money in the market any way we can, but the easy way to do it is learn how to write options. Congratulations, class takers. If you have any problems, issues, send me an email. The link is down below. And like I said, we'll help you get down the highway here to taking the dinero off of the saps, because there are millions of them. Remember, don't forget, this device right here used to be available to people basically in G8, G20 countries. These devices are now available globally, even in the third world. And platform trading is spreading, okay? Platform trading is not just a domain of Charles Schwab's customers or North America's customers. This is now everywhere and is going everywhere. Platform trading and option trading is going to be available to billions of people in the next few years. And it's like every week another 10 million are coming into this market. It's insane how big the option market is getting, okay? Most of the gamblers coming in do not know what they're doing, don't have a broker, can't get a broker, will never have a broker. They will do the FAQ section of their platform to figure out how to do what they're doing. They'll look at videos if they can find them, or they'll do Google searches in their native languages or whatever they're doing. But when it comes to gambling, they're going to look at this and go, gee, I can become a player in NVIDIA, or I can play the stock market in the United States by buying these options and turning 100 whatever currency into 500 whatever currency, or 1,000 to 10,000, or whatever they're doing. It's your job to be educated on how options work and why they do what they do. You've got to know this. And if you are smarter than 90% of the players out there who are playing the options market, you've set yourself up for some huge wins. You only go around one time in this world, okay? You're never going to be 10 years younger than you are now, ever again, okay? Today's today, tomorrow's tomorrow. Learn this stuff, pick this up, understand this, the nuances of this business, become a writer, and just do what the hedge funds are doing, okay? You've heard the stories, I'm sure, that in Vegas right now, you cannot find a parking spot for a private jet. Who would have thought there are so many private jets coming into the Super Bowl that even Las Vegas, the king of private jet in and out travel, with all those casinos owning jets, they don't have enough room to park all the private jets with all these folks coming in to drop 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, $500,000 for a weekend of fun. Where do you think a lot of these folks get their money from? They are option writers through their hedge funds, through their connections who write on their behalf. I'm just trying to get you to do what they're doing. That's all it is. There's no magic to it. You're just doing what's being done at the high end and the penthouses in Wall Street, the top office towers in Shanghai, London, Paris, Milan, Tokyo, Singapore, financial centers around the world is where option writers congregate and do their business. I'm just trying to help you do it from your house. Take your fair share. It's get even time, because you're not getting well looked after at your office, are you? Did anyone here get a 25% pay raise because your boss felt sorry for you that inflation has been taking money away from your pocket? I don't think so. Your boss didn't get a 25% raise. You're not getting a 25% raise. You're not getting a 5% raise if they can help it. They want to keep you right where you are and let you feel like you're the luckiest person alive to even have a job. There's motivation for you. Motivation to get out. Welcome to the Party Pal. We're about to open in 5 minutes. Thank you again for being part of this channel, whether you're a lurker, a subscriber, a member. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the taking classes. And those of you who want one-on-ones, you let me know. We'll get together and try to make you even deadlier than you are now. How about that? Thank you, everybody. We've just gone member only on the comments now. Thanks again for being here. Like we say, welcome to the Party Pal. We're about to have some fun here and make some dinero. Get your fair share too. Why not? 139 thumbs ups, it looks like, is what we're sitting on right now. Thank you all. Keep them coming in if you can. It's much appreciated. And please become a member today of this channel. Don't forget, tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, Prime Time Live with your buddy, Uncle Bruce, from 7 to 8 tonight. If you're a Gold Bagel member, like one of these guys here, you'll join tonight. Can't make it live? Don't worry. It's okay. You get access to the rerun of the show. You can watch last week's show if you want. You can watch the week before that. If you're a Gold Bagel member, you got access to all the Gold Bagel member perks, including the 8 o'clock Eastern Time pre-alert show that I do every day before this show. Gold Bagel members have privileges. Thank you so much. JR, Uncle Bruce, those companies you mentioned in yesterday's trade alert, good to write iron condos on those at this point. Yes and no. I said this earlier this morning on the pre-alert show as well. You may find that there's money in them there hills just being a credit spread participant, or you may find it more comfortable to just be doing put credit spreads. It's up to you. I like the idea if a stock is running, you want to be a follower in the pixie dust of the winner. Stay behind it and put credit spreads. If a stock has had a big run and it's now topping out a little bit, or companies having issues like Tesla's backed off a ways, maybe call credit spreads is the place to be. Maybe just one side of the trade, and you can write more of them. That might be the way to go. Justin, do you think there will be a pullback on Palantir similar to what we had with SoFi? No idea. That's a guess. You don't have to know the answer to this question to write options on Palantir. You don't have to know the answer to that. The Big Z, I bought 1,000 shares of Rocket Lab, not selling for 30 years. Oh, come on now. Don't say that. Kathy just bought a boatload, apparently. Alberto saying, Juan, good morning, everybody. Got 10 more contracts on Rocket Lab. Alberto saying Justin, what's it? Justin, Kathy just bought a boat. All right. Savage Wall Street, Birdie. Yeah, man, a sad life over here. Wanting to get assigned and it's not happening. Luckily, I sold cash secured puts at 200, 210. Of course, some rolls. So praying for those to get assigned. Now, Klaus, what do you guys think of Redwire? I have no idea who that is. Alberto, beach apple pie donations coming soon to Uncle near us. Not a lurker, laughing out loud. Never heard of Redwire. Lacey, I realized 90% profit buying back my Palantir cash secured puts yesterday. Could never have imagined this was possible. Welcome to the party. Alberto, nice work. Let's see. A minute to the opening. RDW is his Redwire symbol. Very nice. Lisi says white feather. Alberto, white feather. Let's get the dinero. Alberto, yes, indeed. Not a lurker, white feather. RC, hey, white feather. Bobby, great to hear about Auntie Jen. She's going to get jacked lifting weights down at California Beach. Watch out. Stephen Butler, number 134. Sharon is in the house, 133. Thank you. White feather, hey, lurker, good morning to you and everybody. I'm finally done with lesson 7. Uncle Bruce, it's so nice to finally be this is sinking in on me, but I got a lot to learn yet. Nobody does it better than you, Uncle Bruce. Juan, way to go, buddy. You're doing it one after the other, after the other, after the other. This is the way. If you are serious, like Juan is serious about making money, he is going after these classes. He is not waiting around for some, epiphany to hit him. He's going after the knowledge. The classes are there. 7 down, 10 to go. Way to go, buddy. Savage, FN Links, the way you know which is better, look at the amount of money you would keep. Which one gives you more? David Betty, hi from the UK. Hello, Touchgrass. Shares or calls on ME. What to do? Shares. Rafa's, yeah. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce moved to the Peach State. Let's see. CKT, I'm number 138. Cindy B, is it possible that my Adobe Iron Condors for this Friday may not have to be rolled over? Again, I don't know, but if you do, go way forward in time. Grab a bigger credit. Vasily Louis V, 140. Thank you. Heckler Savage, when wiping, please watch for a paper cut. Savage on Wall Street, Beachy, I'm going to have to sell more cover calls and cash secure puts than because therapy costs money. A few Tesla cover calls ought to take care of that. My poor kids, they think our lives are normal around here. A Savage on Wall Street, Hector, the paper cuts. No, the paper cuts, for the love of God. Larry Titus says, hit the bells. We're open. Welcome, everybody. I'm really just JR. Bells, bells, bells. Thank you, Larry. We're open. Yay. Welcome all. Nice to have you here at the party today. It's great to see you with the gang today. Hopefully it's all going well for all of you. It's nice to see the movement. Fun times at the OK Corral. Thank you. 438 on the Rocket Lab, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to quadruple check all my stats here. I'm trying to get everything up and running. There we go. We're up 138 on the Dow, it looks like. We got Rocket Lab at 440, up 14 cents right now. Giddy up. And the lid has been removed on Rocket Lab. It is now free to move about the country. Up you go. Back to the 550 level is where we should be. That's where we were before the $355 million financing. And then we have the upside beyond that. And so enjoy the ride, everybody. Welcome to the party. 442 now on Rocket Lab, as we're up now on 453,000 trading in 2 minutes on Rocket Lab. We got Uber down 197 at 68.50. That's temporary, I think. We got SoFi at 772 down 8. The opening volume was SoFi today, 2.3 million or so. We got GameStop at 14.29, up 19 cents. Rocket Lab now 4.42. This is about the high of the day, 4.43, and we're rolling right along. AI down 56 cents. Apple is up $1.20. Enphase up $18 today. AMD up $2. Adobe up $5.40. Netflix up $1.70. Nvidia's up $1.04. Tesla's up $2.80. We've got, let's see here, Unity up 13, Google up 58, Moderna down $1, Cisco's up 6 cents, Pfizer down 7, IBM down 40, HPQ down 16 cents, Microsoft up 286, ME, 75 cents, up 1.6 cents here. 300,000 traded so far at 75 cents. They got to get it to $1 to maintain listing standards. So see what happens with that. Earnings tonight, apparently. We'll watch for that. Amazon up 94 cents. Home Depot up 192. Advanced Semiconductors up 78 cents. Goldman Sachs up 63. Boeing is down up 11 cents, pardon me. Meta is up $6.67 now. Target up $3. JP Morgan up 14 cents. Costco's up 2.80. Walmart is up 62. Disney down $2 to 97.20. American Airlines at 14.97, up 7 cents. AMC is down 2 cents at 4.05. DraftKings down 3 cents, 41.71. And Royal Caribbean 120.36, down 21 cents. That's what we have at this early momentum move here. 442 on Rocket Lab. 443 now, up 17 cents. Giddy up. We were at 385, 395 last Thursday, Fred. Nice to see this. 450, 460, not even an issue. We'll go there, maybe more. I don't know. See how eager the street is all over this stock. We'll see. Richard Carlin is here honoring the Knights of me. Thank you, sir. Barker, SoFi really doesn't like 788 right now. Go Rocket Lab, says Not a Lurker. And Patman, Rocket Lab, Houston, we're cleared for takeoff. The pattern is open. We're ready to go, baby. Let's rock this puppy. Yeah, giddy up, kids. 444 on Rocket Lab, up 18 cents on 726,000 shares. 444, and you're gonna see volatility here. 10, 15 cents now. Welcome to the new normal. You're gonna, buyers and sellers are gonna be all over the stock. You're gonna get, those running into it, running against it, running into it. Welcome to normal. We're now into normal. All right, 436, 438, 437, 440. Yeah, this is normal. 771 on SoFi, down 9 cents. GameStop 14.16, up 6 cents today. Nice to have you with us this morning. We're up 122 on the Dow right now. We're up 20 on S&P. We're up 68 on NASDAQ. These three markets are about the same. They're up about 0.4 of a percentage point. They're kind of all identical to the other. Oil is up 42 cents a barrel right now. We've got China with all kinds of problems. The Chinese stock market is doing so badly now that the Chinese Communist Party have figured out, we know what we're going to do. One way to instill investor confidence and get people to want to buy Chinese stocks is we'll fire the head of all the regulations of the stock market, the regulator. Will fire the head guy. That'll fix everything. People will completely ignore the fact that China is as corrupt as it gets. Bribes have to be paid all over the place at every government level if you want to do anything over there. The Communist Party has made it an act of espionage, punishable by death if you're a foreign business person living there, working there, visiting there, and you have the gall to try to figure out what the market is like for the product that you want to market over there. Business people are disappearing mysteriously from their offices, from their homes. Business people who are supposed to go back to Tokyo after doing a business deal get to the airport, and there's a white van waiting with 5 guys coming out saying, we'd like to talk to you for a little bit, and then we don't hear from the guy. Companies in around the world are going, we don't know where our executives are. Mr. So-and-so was at the airport. We thought he was headed to the airport this morning to fly to wherever. He never made the flight. We don't know what's going on. And then a month later, apparently he's under arrest. We don't know for what. Apparently there's a trial coming up, but it's secret. We can't even attend the trial. We can't even send him a lawyer to defend him. Is it any wonder the Chinese market is shit and Chinese stocks are garbage? And would you trust an audited financial statement from a Chinese corporation? Are you out of your mind? I don't understand. Why is it that the senior bankers from Wall Street go over there in their high-end Lear jets and their global jets and everything else and kowtow to these pieces of crap? I don't know why American investors' money has to be put on the line in a communist country like China that is as corrupt as it gets to better these guys. I don't get it. They're firing the regulators because the markets are not performing well. The Chinese Shanghai market is off 50% from 10, 12 years ago. And it's falling further. Because who believes in this stuff? It's crap. It's all make-believe garbage. They don't even publish the unemployment rate of their youth anymore because it's too bad. The employment rate is so bad, it's so high. They now don't publish the results anymore, and then they come up with a new index of youth unemployment that changed the rules and makes it look not so bad. These guys are crooks. They're cheaters. They're thieves. I don't know why anyone wants to deal with these people. It's just insane. The people of China are wonderful. The actual people of China, they're great. They're great. Hong Kongers, actual people who live in Hong Kong, fabulous. The rulers of the mafia bosses that run these places, oh, have they got control over everything? I mean, how would you like to live a life where you could be put in jail for life for thinking a certain way? What? This is Russia too, of course, North Korea too, and other strongman-led countries, Iranians. I mean, oh gosh, I feel for the young people of Iran, the teenagers, the 20-somethings, the 30-somethings. These folks have high hopes, wishes, dreams of a better life, and they're run by these mullahs and these religious fanatics. It's bad news. What can I tell you? It is goofball crazy out there. You got to make money where you can make money. You got to stay in your zone, stay in your lane, stay where it's comfortable, and stay where it's clean, where you can make real money the honest, old-fashioned way. These Chinese markets, bad news. Hong Kong, the city of Hong Kong, has been lost to the rest of us. It is now becoming unfortunately, a typical Chinese city, which will be run by the corrupt, high-end, corrupt communist officials that will pay bribes, and it will be paid bribes by businesses to just exist and for people not to be put in jail. And informants will be paid to snitch on everybody they can. It'll be worse than East Germany was in the 60s and 70s and the 80s. In East Germany, it got so bad before East Germany collapsed that 1 in 7 people in East Germany were snitches for the secret police. And so if you were invited to a party with 14 people in the room, 2 likely were snitching on everyone else in the room, including themselves, as to what was being said and who said what and what did they mean by that. And it was really freaking bad. And the files are available for viewing. If anybody wants to know how bad it was, the secret police files were preserved by the West German authorities the minute East Germany collapsed. The East Germans couldn't burn the evidence fast enough, and the Germans and historians have pieced together all the intelligence of the East German secret police, and it was bad. And if you think that was bad, China is 10 times worse. Not good. How many snitches are on every apartment floor of every apartment building in China for their secret police? It's got to be nightmarish. Be careful what you say and where you go. Anyway, the market, crap. It's crap. Congratulations, those of you who are here. Well done. Make money. Let's go. What can I say? Let's run it, baby. Thank you for being here, and appreciate your following me today. I hope you're having fun. Your Rocket Lab is 430. The high so far, 440 something, maybe too far, too fast. I don't know. It's okay. 447 already. We'll get there and more. We've only just started with the fun. Thank you for these thumbs ups, everybody. We now have 151 thumbs ups in the house. Thank you all so very much. If you ever get a chance, and I mean it, ever get a chance to travel to Berlin, Germany, you've got to go. You have got to go to Berlin, Germany. And you can go to the Stasi secret police headquarters and have a tour and see all their offices and all their fancy spy equipment that they were using right up till 1989 to spy on their own citizens. It is a fascinating and chilling thing to see in real life. Forget the movies. See this for yourself. It's incredible. And then, of course, there are the museums all along Checkpoint Charlie, where the wall used to be, the Berlin Wall. Fascinating stuff. Real life escape attempts from the east to the west and all the other propaganda. Unbelievable. What is at stake for democracy? You want to know what's at stake for your democracy? Go to Berlin and just go to their museums. Just it's all there for you to see. This ain't made up, it's real. Check it out for yourself. And when you go to your ballot box, you think real long and hard. What kind of government do you really want for yourself? And where do you want your country to go? Whether you're in Canada or England or Germany or France or Italy, I don't care. It doesn't matter where you live. You decide for yourself the kind of country you want with what kind of leadership you really want. And do you really want to go back to the old days? You want to do what East Germany did to West Germany or vice versa? Oh my God. Unbelievable. Look at China today imploding on itself, which is unfortunate because China is the second largest economy on the planet, and it's collapsing. That can't help but be bad for other economies, especially in the Asia region. Europe's recovery is delayed because China can't buy European goods. America and Canada, we have an advantage. We're actual buyers of Chinese goods more than sellers to those guys. We don't need them to expand our economies. They need us for us to expand their economy. They're exporters. They're not big importers of our product. But hey, what can I say? It is what it is. I just don't trust their numbers. What can I tell you? Welcome all to being here. No faith required. Thanks on that Rocket Lab tip on Sunday, that video you made. Well, thank you for the comment. Appreciate it. And thank you for becoming a member of this channel and joining us with this wonderful family we have here. It's great to have you. And like I say, there's opportunities out there to make money, and I think that there's some nice upside here for sure. Marcus, Uncle Bruce, in the Rocket Lab deal, if Rocket Lab goes to $7 in 2 months and stays there for 30 days, can the conversion be forced with interest on the loan prepaid for 4 years, or does it have to wait till 2027? Marcus, I don't think there's a prepaid penalty or like that. I don't know if they can, but they don't need to. There's no need to have to do it. The key here, I think, is at the end of the day, 70 million shares are going to disappear from trading of the stock. I think it's already disappeared. I believe that the broker who put the deal together and wrote the option for GameStop, for Rocket Lab to buy that option, they had to have the shares available if the option were to be exercised. Well, the shares have been already acquired. They bought the stock all up between, I think, 385 and 410. And it wouldn't surprise me if 140 million have been bought up in that time frame. It's all gone. It's off the street. Will now stay off the street. This is why this stock can now go up 15 cents on 100,000 shares. We're very thin on the sell side now. Whatever loosey-goosey stock was out there, a lot of it has been eviscerated. It's been taken away. It hasn't been canceled. It's just in an account at the broker for Rocket Lab's acquiring when they're good and ready to do it under the terms of this deal. This is why the folks at Rocket Lab can now go like this. Oh, this is great. And relax now, because we have taken off a gazillion loosey-goosey shares off the market. We got a whole bunch of cash in our bank account. We can grow our company without fear of a 3-month, 6-month deadline. We now can build the company up and out, and the reports will come from brokerage firms to buy this stock up. That's what's coming next. There'll be buy recommendation after buy recommendation coming in on this Rocket Lab. And the shares could go to $12, $15. It doesn't matter on that deal, you see. That's the best part for you and for anyone else. If you own the stock, you write cash secured puts, you buy it back for pennies and write some more at higher levels. The stock just rolls along. It's great. This deal is a done deal, bought deal, finished deal. It just has to now wait itself out till 2027. That's an internal decision between those parties. The stock is never coming back to the street to bother us anymore at these low prices. That's what the market doesn't get. Those who don't know this deal are unaware. And so Rocket Lab gets a buy recommendation from XYZ analyst at so-and-so firm in New York. 500,000 shares of buying interest comes in the next couple of weeks onto the stock. There is no stock to get in the first 15, 20, 30 cents of that moment in time. That stock runs up. And so we're going to have scenarios where I can see us going up 3 steps, down 1 or 2, up 3 steps, down 1 or 2, up 3 steps for years and years and years. They have really taken care of business. This is how you, I think, clean up a SPAC. I really do. I think this is how you clean it up. You fund the company with the capital it requires, while at the same time taking a bunch of loose paper off the street at ridiculously cheap prices. Because remember, this SPAC came out at $10. They bought all this paper at $3.90 to $4. Brilliant, brilliant. Now it's all gone, and so now much less stock is available to trade. The shorters out there are going, whoops, we're short millions of shares. For us to get out, get it back, we're going to run the market. You want to buy 3 million Rocket Lab right now to cover a short trade? You're moving this thing to $5. You're not getting 1 million shares every 2 cents. It's not available anymore. That stock is gone. And now an awareness of retail investors, they're figuring it, putting two together, going, holy crap. Look, if GameStop were to do this, okay, and SoFi were to do this kind of a deal, all right, I've already figured it out in my head. This arrangement that Rocket Lab just made, and an arrangement that GameStop or SoFi could also consider doing, same with SmartRent and Matterport, 2 more SPACs that I I've always liked. These guys could do the similar kind of deals, which is, don't forget, Uber did this deal with $1.7 billion. This would be bigger than when Ryan Cohen bought up SoFi stock back in 2020. Remember, Ryan Cohen bought shares of GameStop between about $6 and $16, something like that, when he finished buying up 13% of the company. He bought up, if I recall, 10 million shares or something like that, about 10 million shares. Okay, you multiply that by 4, because GameStop is split 4 for 1, 40 million shares today. That's all he did. He bought up 40 million shares of the company equivalent, approximately. If GameStop were to do a deal like this right now for $1.5 billion, $1.2 billion, like equal the amount of cash they have in the bank right now, they raised another 1.2 or 1.5 billion more cash on a deal with a capped call transaction attached to it. They could make this thing go where they would say, okay, our stock's at $14 a share. We'll take 1.5 billion in cash, and we'll do the transition into stock at like $17.50 a share, and the stock will have to trade at $23 a share in order to force the conversion, but we'll do it for a couple of years with interest being paid, and I bet you the interest rate would be 1.5%. They could get this deal for virtually nothing. I'm certain of it. But even if it's 4.5, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The top end of the deal would be something like, what was I thinking here, about $30, something like that. What would happen in very rough terms? I could see 100 million shares of GameStop being taken off the street, minimum, maybe 125 million GameStop shares being taken off the street to fund and execute this capped call transaction. If they were to do it, it would take 100 to 120, 150 million shares off the street on GameStop. Now, to give you an idea what we're talking about here, there are 266 million free floating shares right now. If we took 100 million of those off the street, that is more than all the stock that Ryan Cohen ever bought in the company. More stock than he ever bought. There are right now 60 million shorted on GameStop right now. There's a 60 million declared short position of GameStop. in my humble opinion, between $14 a share, even if they dropped it to $12.50 to force it down to make the deal and then jack the thing up, they'll pick up the insiders, the brokers will pick up enough stock under 15, 16 bucks a share to make the whole deal work. They'll take that stock off the market, and that screws the 60 million short sellers like you cannot believe. It'll be a worse situation for the shorts than when Ryan Cohen ended up buying up his stock in the first place. The same on SoFi. If SoFi were to do a cap call transaction financing of $2.5 billion, and they did the conversion at, $10, $11, if the stock reaches $13, $14 with a max of $20, $21, $22, that deal right there would take off the street 200 million shares of SoFi stock. 200 million shares of SoFi would disappear from the free float. It's not like it becomes restricted stock. It just means that these shares are held in long-term hands, and they'll immediately be put in the broker's hands, waiting for the final closing of the deal 3-4 years later. There are 886 million shares publicly floating on SoFi, and there's 120 million shorted approximately. So 200 million out of the public float means you're down to 686, a free float, with a 118 short position against it. A massive short squeeze. It would become a massive short squeeze. That's what I'm talking about. Now, right now on Rocket Lab, as I've said before, there are 294 free floating shares. And right now, I will probably bet you, I'd wager that 140 million shares, 100 to 140 million shares have been bought up around the $4 mark by the broker. And there's only 150 million free floating right now. And there's a short position declared of 23 million, which is nothing great as far as the overall number goes. It's only 7.8% existing free float. But you take 23 million against 150 million shares, you've just added you're upwards of 15% short position. That just doubled it. So right now on Rocket Lab, there's a 15, 16% short position right now on the stock in 4 days. This is tremendous. It just builds a base from where to bounce from here. And that's why $5-6 a share is it's a nothing burger. $5-6 a share right now would be a nothing burger for Rocket Lab to get to. It'll happen. But 1 in 100 investors know about it. 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000. You watch me, you know about it. If you don't watch me, you probably don't know about it. If you've seen my video that I did last Sunday, great, but there's only 5,000 people who've seen that video. It's only been 5,000 views. It's not 500,000 views. It didn't go, parabolic, but it's spreading. The word is spreading out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. As Rocket Lab shares are rising, people are going, why is this happening? Why did the shares go all the way down to 380, 390, and now they're already back to 430? In the last couple of days, it's moving. Why is Rocket Lab moving? Oh, they did a deal. Well, what's this deal all about? Many people will have seen the headline about the $355 million deal, and they don't get it. They go, oh, I can see why the stock went down. They're diluting their company. They're diluting their shares. They're raising $355 million. They're flooding the market with stock. No, they're not. You want to read between the lines? I did. It's available for anyone to view and read yourself. They're not flooding the market with anything. This thing, just like the Uber deal, they're not flooding the market with anything. Uber went from the mid-40s to what now? 68, 70 bucks. 68, 78 right now. It's having a bad day. It's down to $1.69. Okay, that's a bad day? Okay, bring it on. Bring me bad days like this. Uber stock is going to go to 90. That's where Uber stock is going. Rocket Lab is going to go to 650. That's where it's going. Okay. You decide for yourself. Kind of fun, isn't it? Brian, number 159, thumbs up. Bruce, good morning, everybody. Bruce, the ad that played before this video was men's underwear. Thank God, finally some class on this show. Brian, GameStop volume is super low, 179,000. White Feather, welcome, John Sinclair. John Sinclair, new member. John, welcome. Hey, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining in. I'm so busy here ranting and raving and jumping up and down and everything. John Sinclair has become a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member. I thank you for joining us. Great to have you here. The folks will welcome you with open arms. This is beautiful stuff. White Feathers first off the mark. Good stuff. And Ed is in the house, new member, Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member as well. Welcome, sir. Ed saying, hello all. I live in Ireland. Does anyone know of an app-based platform I can trade options? Seems limited to U.S. customers on apps here. A good day from Hector. Some people know this question. Some people know the answer to this question. It might be international brokers. IB, what is it called? IB. Does the broker have to hold the shares in trust because they could be exercised at any time during the lift of the contract, or do they just need to show they have them? I believe that it's a combination of it all, and also it wouldn't surprise me if the broker also bought calls. They can call stock. You see, they're going to get the shares they need to be called out, but the calls that they're buying don't last until 2027. So they got to have the paper. So I believe they bought the paper in that $394 level. That's my hunch. And now they're just going to sit on it because it's a done deal. They've got the other side of the arrangement over here. The 355 has been raised. They've been paid their fees. They got their premium. The client is restricted until 2027. The institutions are restricted. It's all set up. And right now the stock is trading at $4.30 a share on far fewer shares available to trade. And that is the realization the street hasn't figured out yet and is about to absorb. This is the reason why Uber is doing so well. All-time high the other day. The all-time high trade just the other day. It's going to go higher yet. And of course, it didn't hurt that Uber came up with good results. And oh, by the way, buried in the results, and for the next years, Uber paid off $1 billion of debt that was costing them 7.5% interest on that financing they just did, where they're paying 0.875% interest. They're paying 7/8 of a percentage point interest instead of 7.5. So they're saving 6.75% interest, or whatever that number is, on $1 billion. That is $68 million a year less in interest charges, which means if your expenses are $68 million less, that means you're that much closer to profitability. They're in profitability right now, just on $1 billion. They owe $11 billion. Right? This could be the first of several of these. Don't be surprised if Uber comes out with another $1.7 billion, $2 billion financing deal. Contract cap call transaction funding. They're going to do another one, and that one will be at a conversion of $100 a share with 133 30% beyond and a $200 top end price. Watch them come out, just one after the other, because the institutions that bought $1.7 billion of Uber debt back in November, you think they're not happy right now? They're smiling from ear to ear with a $69 stock price because they know our options we're locked in at $72 odd a share. This is great. They're not going to make a couple of $1 million on this deal, okay? This 0.87% interest rate, why did they sign up for a lousy 7/8% of interest? It's not the money, the interest that they're signing up for. It's the paper. They know what they're doing. They know where this is going. $120 a share. These guys are sitting on $72 stock. Hello. The bond department doing well over here. They would have wished to have done 10 billion of this thing. This is why Rocket Lab had no issues at all. No issues raising $355 million. Done deal. How much you want? They raised it instantly. They could have done $400 million. Could have done more. I would love to see this happen on GameStop, SoFi, Matterport, and SmartRent. I would love this. This would be sweet. Okay, well, let's see what's going on here. You guys having any fun here? Giddy up, everybody. What else going on? Marcus, Rocket Lab volume was 109 million in 2 days after the deal was announced. That's right. Compared to 5 to 6 million shares a day average. That's right. So the broker could have scooped up 70 million. That's right. They easily scooped up, and they could still be scooping as we speak. There's no, it's not like they can't buy it now. They may well be just sitting back going, yeah, we'll let it run a little bit. And then if it comes in, we'll just buy it all up. There's a floor here. Okay. There's a floor, and the floor is getting thicker and thicker and thicker every day, every trade that they make, every stock they pick up, the floor is getting thicker. The upside, 804. That's the ultimate upside of this deal. The broker buying at 430 a share, 432 a share. So, yeah, they'll buy it up. Yeah. The floor is getting thicker. Parker, what are your thoughts on selling monthly covered calls on Rocket Lab? Or just sitting on the shares? It seems like if it bounces, I just roll up and out. If you're a shareholder of the stock, okay, and they go up into the 6 level, 650 level, you might write 7s or 8s. Yeah, you might. Take that capital and buy more stock if you want, or whatever. If you're writing cash secured puts, you're going to write. Say that you've done the 4s and 5s right now, 5s or 6s. They collapse down by half or whatever. You buy them back and now write 6, 7s, and 8s. The stock rises up. You buy them back and write 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, and then they collapse as the stock keeps going up. You keep rolling them over and you keep on going. Yeah, Brian, Marcus, the short volume on those days was over 80%. Normally it's around 40 to 50%. Alex, check out IBKR. Hello from across the Irish Sea. Ed, check out IBKR. There you go. Lame duck. BBBYQ, 7 cents a share. Alex, 147 thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Ed, Alex, cheers, dude. Thank you. There are people here from Ireland. There are people here from the UK. People here from Germany. We do have folks in Europe. Alex, it's a bit faffy to set up, but once you have the right trading level, the app is excellent and really easy to use. Words from Alex, who knows what he's talking about. He is the guy you want to listen to. And Alex knows. Right on. We're up 85 points on the Dow. 434 on Rocket Lab right now. Volume on Rocket Lab is 1.8 million so far. Welcome to the party, everybody. Uber down 185 at 68.62. We got GameStop down 29. We got SoFi off 22 now. 758 on SoFi. 8.2 million volume at this moment in time. We got AI down 83, Apple down 28 cents. Enphase having a good day, up 14.89 to 115.40. AMD up 304, Adobe up 440, Netflix up 220, Nvidia's up 380 a share at 686. The Tesla shares have gone red. They were up to 189, they're back now to 183.40. They've gone red again. This is the kind of stock right now you can write, I think, credit spreads on calls. I really think you can do well here on calls, especially on these swings. What else is going on? We've got Unity down 30 cents, Google down 9, Moderna down 186, Cisco down 40, Pfizer off 8, IBM down 16 cents. Nothing going on here. 36-cent drop on HPQ. Microsoft is up 433 at 409, the all-time high 415. This is a put credit spread position here. This is where you write put credit spreads. 40, 50 bucks behind the stock. 2-3 months out, take premiums, and if the stock has a surge, you'll score a nice little return. Maybe you're into the trade for a couple of weeks. You write 2-month contracts and you're into it for 2-3 weeks or less. I mean, if stock has $3-5 a day up days in a row, you may be out much sooner than 2 or 3 weeks. You never know. Alex says Alex knows what he's talking about. I'm glad somebody thinks so. There you go. Right on, pal. What else we got going here? Meta's up 13 bucks, so nice move. That means put credit spreads. Target up 250. JP Morgan down 94. Costco up 591. Walmart is up 46 cents. Walmart's going to split 3 for 1. So there's upside potential here. So you want to be careful on that. You might want to do cash secured puts if you're going to do anything, or you might want to do put credit spreads and let the stock go higher on the split or not. But again, it depends if you really want to play this game or not. Alrighty, Royal Caribbean down 28 cents, DraftKings up 18, AMC down 17 cents at 390, American Airlines down 12 cents, Disney down $1.46. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're up 53 points on the Dow, 0.15%. Nothing much going on here. A third of a point higher for S&P. That's 18.9 points, a third of a 1 percentage point. NASDAQ also up a third of a point, up 51. Oil up 24 cents. We're not going anywhere on oil. It's 73.54. Thank you all for joining me today from wherever you are. Thank you all. Thank you, new members, Ed and John Sinclair. Appreciate you coming aboard. Nice to have you here and joining the party and joining the gang here. We are watching the thumbs up meter approaching now the 200, trying to get to the 200 level. We're sitting now at 173, only 27 away from 200. Thank you all for helping the thumbs up meter run along. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I say, we've got just an interesting pattern of trading going on here. Lots of interesting developments and possibilities here. I think we're on the precipice of seeing a bunch of these capped call transaction financings coming out. Remember, the folks in Wall Street who are doing these capped call transaction deals, they've been shut down on IPOs. I mean, the IPO markets were pretty bad the last couple of years, and frankly, IPOs are only open to those who have inside connections to the management of these companies that are going public, or you have a serious account at the brokerage firm that's sponsoring the IPO. Your odds of being able to buy a couple of thousand shares of a hot IPO that's going to double in price right away are like zero. You haven't got a chance. You can't play the options market on these because they don't get options for at least 60 days, 90 days, whatever that timing is. So forget that. If you're a brokerage firm in New York and you got a bunch of clients that got into SPACs in the last couple of years, the SEC has made it almost impossible for SPACs to succeed if they haven't done a deal, if they haven't done a merger. The 8 SPACs I talked about starting in 2021, they all managed to make some kind of a deal. It's just that their shares haven't done much so far because of all the rule and regulation changes from the SEC, a bear market that came in at the end of 2021, many circumstances, interest rates shooting up out of nowhere. I mean, everything going against the SPAC came at SPACs. Despite that, there are several of these SPACs that I follow that I think have a real shot at making money as going concerns, and their shares will do fine. All of a sudden, however, we see these new financing tools show up, and this cap call transaction thing, I think, is fantastic. For a broker in New York, this is a great way to salvage stocks, a great way to salvage some of the retail clients they have, giving their institutional clients an instrument to make money on. Those entities are interested in interest income of some kind. You're giving them a shot at something. And I think this idea of Rocket Lab issuing a bond at 4.25% has attracted some entities, a lot of probably private hedge funds. I understand, and I admit, there's no dang way that the California Teachers Pension Fund would have gotten into the Rocket Lab deal. There's no way they would have got into that deal. I don't even know if they would have got into Uber, because when Uber was raising their money back in November of last year, they weren't yet a profitable company, and I don't know the restrictions on very huge, gigantic pension funds. They may not be allowed to buy stocks like Uber. I'm guessing no, but maybe they could. But I do know this. There are a gazillion other fund managers out there managing dollars for investors, hedge funds in particular. There are thousands. The hedge fund business is sitting on assets worth $26 trillion. All right, hedge funds around the world and private funds account for $26 trillion of capital. Right? That's how much money is being managed for the upper end. Remember, the world only has so many dollars in existence. It's, I don't know, 100 trillion, 200 trillion. I don't know the number, but there's a dollar value. 26 trillion of it is in funds. These funds are looking for returns on their investment. And some of these funds, dozens, hundreds, are being contacted by Wall Street brokers every second of the day, all the time, if not thousands of them. And they're being offered all kinds of opportunities. And obviously, when a broker called regarding the Uber deal or the Rocket Lab deal, they found buyers, they found interested parties saying, yes, I'm interested in this Rocket Lab convertible bond offering. I'm interested in this Uber convertible bond offering. Yeah, my fund will invest in stuff like this. Absolutely. I don't want to buy a junk bond in Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. I don't want to buy a junk bond in Carnival. The Carnival stock's at whatever, $12, whatever the heck it is. I don't think that stock can go triple in its price in the next year or two because Carnival owes $40 billion in debt. But this Rocket Lab or this Uber, I'd be interested in 100 million of this, or 20 million of it, or 15 million of it, or a sliver of it, because I would be interested in becoming a shareholder of these entities as they become profitable and make money. Absolutely. This is an IPO. You're offering me kind of an IPO deal here, cheap pricing on stocks that have gone through all the gyrations of becoming publicly traded. I mean, all the legals and the filings and all the crap. They're publicly traded companies. I'm interested in getting in now. I didn't want to get in 3 years ago. I didn't want to get in when interest rates were going higher, but now I want in. And so I think there are brokers on Wall Street right now very busy with their securities lawyers drafting up contracts for a number of public companies. And it wouldn't surprise me that a whole bunch of public corporations out there are in deep discussions with brokerage contacts through bond departments and equity departments to find a way to fund these outfits with these higher interest rates that have now shown up, with a deal to also find a way to get stock off the street and into the hands of institutional holders who will be far more patient than small retail investors. And this is what I think is going on. And I think this is fabulous. I think it's wonderful, because if you can take stock off the street, scare the hell out of short sellers out there and make them think twice about shorting anymore, showing your existing shareholders, not only did we fund the company, we took a bunch of loose paper off the street. And oh, by the way, if we were trying to do a stock buyback, we would be restricted to only 5% of the shares a year that we could buy back. With the deal that Rocket Lab just did, if you took 70 million off the street right now on Rocket Lab, out of 294 total million, let's call it 300 million, you took 70 million off the street, 25% of the stock just disappeared. 23% of the stock doesn't trade anymore. That's like buying it back, but they didn't buy it back. This is, to me, just a brilliant move all around. And so you, as retail investors, you got a little bit of patience, got a couple of bucks, got a little imagination, write cash secured puts, pick up this stock, however you want to do it, however you want to do it, what's comfortable for you. You want to buy the stock, you want to write cash secured puts. Those are the two ways I'd recommend you do it. 436.5 on Rocket Lab right now, up 10 cents. There you go. This could be coming to a stock near you, and we might see this with S&P 500 companies. We might see this with non-S&P 500. Uber now is ready to, I think it's already part of the S&P 500. They were not part of the S&P 500 about a year or so ago. Now they are. More could be following. For a company like SoFi, if they could add $2.5 billion cash to their cash hoard that they're sitting on now, and write loans against $2.5 extra billion, this fast forwards their earnings like 2 years. This just fast forwards these guys, moves them up the chart for the largest banks. It's not a $20 billion, transformation of the bank to another level. This just supercharges what they've got going here. I think shareholders will jump all over SoFi stock if they pulled a deal like this off. because I would be all over this. I will be yelling at you guys. I will be screaming at you folks to make moves into SoFi on that kind of a deal. As if I don't like the stock as it is. This would supercharge it, because you'd have 120 million shorters going, what just happened? Yeah, that could be interesting. Anyway, the Rocket Lab thing, I think there are 23 million shares short that are going, what does this mean? Do we have to worry about this? Look, we were pretty happy last week when the stock got cratered down to $4, but we didn't buy it back because we thought it would go to $2. And it didn't go to $2, and it didn't stay at $3.90, and it didn't stay at $4.10, and it didn't stay at $4.20, and now it's not staying at $4.35. What's going on? Why aren't they buying this stock back? I think they're trying to. Personally, I think but they're finding a problem. You got 23 million shares short right now on Rocket Lab, and you want to get 20 million of it? Good luck getting it under $6 a share, because you're going to run this market. You show any panic that you want to get in, get back now, quick, you're going to run this thing. We haven't run yet. We're just inching along. That's all we're doing. We're just inching along. Yeah, there's a firecracker. I think there's a guy walking around a warehouse with a match, trying to figure out where they're going. They don't realize that they're in a warehouse full of firecrackers. The fireworks could go off at any old time. It's like a cartoon. It could be a lot of fun. Welcome to the party, all. I'm glad you're here. All right. Thank you for joining me today. Oh, boy. Is this fun or what? I love this game. I love this game. Anyway, there you go. What else is going on here? JR, Uber's paying me some cash. 10 February 16, 61 credits, spreads, sold for $3.94, bought back at $2.41. Give me some more gamblers, please. JR, all in about a half an hour. Who can make that kind of money working? I can't make that kind of money working for a living. No, I love this game. We're down 58 cents on Uber right now. It's coming on again. Here we go. There's opportunity in them there hills if you know how to do it. And grab some classes and learn how it's done. It's 17 of them. This is for the rest of your life. This isn't a one-time trade opportunity and you'll never get this opportunity again. This is for the rest of your existence. If you're in your 30s and 40s, time to build wealth now and cash flow. If you're in your 40s and 50s, it's time to build your retirement funds now. If you're in your 50s and 60s, you have got to enhance your cash flow. You've got to enhance your retirement accounts. If you're in your 60s and 70s and you're already retired and you're living on just enough, you're getting 3% return on your long-term whatever investment, might be time to reorganize your assets a little bit. Take a quarter of your dough and start writing options with it to get a feel for it. And if you like what you see, then transfer another quarter to it and add to it. Eventually, you'll do it with all what you'll do it with everything you got, because it's so conservative. It's so smart. You're going to go, this is what they're doing. This is what these guys are doing in Wall Street and in London and in Paris. No wonder they don't call me. They're too busy making goddamn money. Oh, and they're the ones on those private jets for the weekend going to Vegas to see the Super Bowl. Oh, that's how they can afford this life. On my 401k money, on my IRA money. That's how they're living the high life. I had no idea. How do these 50-year-old guys have 25-year-old wives with $10,000 Gucci bags? How does that work? They're geeks. They're morons. They're university graduates with economic degrees, and they're not sports stars. How are they in $70 million jets with long leg, long heel, long hair, skinny girls, buying them whatever the hell they want and hanging out in $5,000 a night casinos? How is this possible? Now you know. They do something in the market you don't do. Now you can do it yourself. Will you become, a partner of a very highfalutin, long-legged, high-heeled, long-haired, skinny 25-year-old? Probably not. But is that really what you want? I mean, really, I know some of you guys, I know it's what you want, but really, you just want to make some money, okay? You want to get your account performing, and you don't want to get 3, 4, 5% on your money anymore. You want to get ahead in this world. You have obligations, children, grandchildren, family members. health issues. I don't know what. It runs the gamut, okay? I get it. Welcome all. We can fantasize about certain things. Let's leave it to that. But the reality is, you will see videos, if not right now, they're probably already on right now, but by next week, I promise you, go to YouTube next week after the Super Bowl is over and look up private jets landing and taking off in Las Vegas. You're going to see all kinds of plane spotters over there. They're all there. There are guys who follow this stuff. They love this stuff. I mean, I can't help these people. They film private jets coming in and taking off from airports every year to the Super Bowl. Last year, wasn't it Phoenix last year? Was that where the Super Bowl was? I can't remember. There were all kinds of videos about private jets coming and going. And you watch the jet coming in, and it'll tell you that, you know, this is a so-and-so Gulfstream from 1988 worth about $8 million. Or here comes a $24 million jet. Here comes a $50 million jet that's 2 years old. Fascinating. They're one after the other. There's not enough room to park them all. That's how much dough is coming to town in Vegas. Kids, you got to get your fair share. I'm sorry, you have to do it. And there's no one else who's going to do it for you. No one is going to do it for you. You got to do it yourself. And you're going to get relatives who are going to ask you, hey, I heard, somebody told me that you're doing something new in the market you've never done before or something like that. Or they said something about options or something. You're watching like a YouTube guy or something like that. Wait, can you tell me what you're doing? And you're going to try to explain to them a capped call transaction. You got to talk to them about Uncle Bruce and Rocket Lab and a capped call transaction, and they're going to go, oh, what? I don't understand what you're saying. And then you're going to say, if you want to know how this works, you should watch this guy and take some of his classes like I did, because I put the time in. I put in some effort. I'm picking up the knowledge, and they're going to go, well, can't you just tell me what to trade? They're going to want you to be their broker. Can't you just be my broker? You know, you do all the work and you do the trading for me, and so I can get rich too. After all, I'm your best friend from high school. I mean, you know, we went to college together and got drunk. I mean, you owe me. Fun times, kids. Those are put spreads, Bruce. I made money on those put spreads. I did February 16th, $71 puts that you wrote, $61 puts you bought. Sold that and got a credit spread of $394. You bought it back with a $241 credit spread, kept the differential. Thank you very much. And did that in about a half an hour. Nice. If you wrote 10 of those, those are $1,000 each positions, because it's a $10 spread between 61 and 71. $10, 10 grand, and you scored what, $150 here, $1,500. Made $1,500 on 10 grand in half an hour. How many of you make $1,500 an hour at work? Anybody? Hands up. 1,500 every 30 minutes. Excuse me. 3,000 an hour. Hands up. Anyone making 3,000 an hour at your job? Jr. Giddy up, buddy. This kind of market action is why I hold a lot of SoFi. It may or may not shoot to the moon, but I make money off of options, baby. Long-term cash flow to me. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. $13.95 on GameStop, down 15 cents. SoFi now 761, only down 19 now. Rocket Lab 438, up 12. Rocket Lab's high of the session so far was first thing this morning on the opening, I think was 447, a little too much too fast. 438 now, climbing again. Volume on Rocket Lab is 2.18 million. So the trading continues. It's going to march along. SoFi volume at 762 a share, 10.9 million. The low 757. That's 5 cents ago. The high 783, which was the opening. Don't be surprised if we do go higher later. That's just my thought. Down $1 on Uber. Uber will fluctuate, and you see a dip, take out a put credit spread. See it run, close out your put credit spread. Study the option chain, do your homework, pick your spots, and enjoy. Welcome, everybody, to the party. It's so nice to have you here. Thank you again for supporting this channel any way you do. The thumbs up meter now is 181. Thank you all of you. Now, I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll see you this evening. for the Primetime Live show for Gold Bagel members. So if you're a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member and you want to become a Gold Bagel member, you can upgrade your membership anytime you want. Just go to your YouTube settings. You'll just hit your YouTube setting. You'll see a list, and it'll show memberships. You can click on your Stock Market with Bruce membership. It'll tell you what your level is, and if you want to upgrade, you'll just be charged a pro rata differential for the month to make your first move. It's up to you. 439, 440 on Rocket Lab. We're going higher. I'll see you at 7 tonight. If you have any questions about the markets, let me know then. If you have any need for any advisory, what's going on right now, you want some ideas, you can always write me an email, but the best way to do it for some of you might be, you might want to do a one-on-one session with me today. If you can do an option trade that brings you $5,000, you might want to spend $400 to have an hour of my time today during market hours. It's up to you. Otherwise, you want to have a one-on-one this weekend with me, let me know. I'll slot you in for a time that works for you, Saturdays or Sundays, and we'll set you up. And if you want to have it with you and your significant other, or you and your dad, or you and your brother, or you and your sister, or whatever, you let me know. We'll send the links out to everyone that you want to bring in on the one-on-one, or one-on-two, or one-on-three, and we'll get you set up. Okay. Thank you for being with me today. And looks like this telecast worked as far as the links go and everything, because we have no internet here. I'm working off my phone's data right now, so what can I say? Thank you all. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Juan, you got it, buddy. Let's make some dough. Melvin and Parker and Richard, neat. Zeta State, number 180 on the thumbs up meter splitter. Have a great day, everybody. We'll catch you later. Neat emojis are coming out for the Knights of Neat. Don't forget to honor the Knights of Neat. Thank you so much for being with me today. 439, 440 on good old Rocket Lab. Just getting started here. We're at 69.55 on Uber. That's running along and has already had a run and will continue on. In my opinion, there'd be money in them there hills. Giddy up, kids. GameStop just hit $14 again, and SoFi now $7.65. As we seem to be inching a little better as this market's rolling along. Have a great rest of your day today if I don't see you till tomorrow. Remember, if you're a Gold Bagel member, you can join me tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Eastern for the pre-alert show, 8:30 for all of you out there. Love to have you. Thank you all for your support and the thumbs ups and everything else. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Make the dinero!